So you want to send a reminder email to your district or your region about large group registration or just in general. How do you do that? First thing, you can scroll down is to your office. The person I'm logged into is in South Central Region office, so I'm going to click there. And then you're going to click Send Broadcast Email. You're going to be a new message, and you can schedule a date if you want to remind them, hey, I want to remind them on Thursday that the deadline's on Friday. You can schedule all your emails out ahead of time, which is super nice. If you don't put a date, they'll send right now. You can also schedule the time. Like if you're like me and you do a lot of your work from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m., and you don't want to like send emails to your district or region at that late an hour, you can schedule it to go out at like 9 a.m. the next morning, which is super nice. Your reply name, that's what will appear as the person who is sending the email, and the email address here is where replies will go to. So maybe you're logged in with your personal email, but you want your replies to go to your school email. You can change that there. You can give it a subject. This is super cool. The salutation's really neat. Like it will autofill first name for the name of that person. So like if I do like Dear Nicholas, or just, hey, Nicholas. I think it's a little personal, and probably a better open through rate. And then you write your message. Test message. Okay, keep going. This is how you would attach files if you needed to. Make sure that when you choose the file, it's not enough to choose the file. You gotta choose it and then attach it. It's not attached until it says it's attached. I don't want to send my tax information, so we're going to delete that. Go ahead, next. Now we're at the fun part. If you wanted to send it to everybody in the whole entire region, you would click here, Add All Members. Boop, boop, 452. We don't want to do that because if I'm sending an email to remind for orchestra large group or state band and choir, or maybe I want like a subset of those people, what you're going to want to do is look at the bottom here in these dynamic fields. For example, if I want to send just to orchestra directors, I want only the orchestra, and I'm going to control or command click to select the second one. So I want the full orchestra and orchestra teachers, just those people. Add. There's 68 of them. That's a little bit more reasonable. No need to send the general music teachers a reminder that the orchestra large group deadline is the next week. If I remove all, notice that these are additive. So if I said full orchestra, and high school, it will be more people because it's either orchestra or full orchestra or they teach high school. It's not a mutually exclusive list where they have to be teaching all of it. It's any of the above. So I wouldn't combine these two uses for you. But this is how you'd use it. So the final way you can do it is by adding the members directly. Like if you wanted to send a broadcast email and you know the directors who they are, for example, I want to send it to full orchestra and orchestra, you add it in, but you're like, hey, you know who's not on that list? I know who teaches orchestra, Michelle, she teaches orchestra, but she's not on that list. You can click and add them one at a time and add them to the list of the people that will receive the email, which is super nice. You can go ahead and scan through to make sure all those names look accurate to you. You haven't missed anybody. They'll only be populated here if they have completed their OMEA profile and said that they're an orchestra teacher. We don't get that from NAFME. So you are relying on the members being dutiful in their profile accuracy. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and remove all and just put myself on here, just so I can be an example. Go ahead and go to the next page. This page is important. This is you want to proofread what you're going to send. It's not going to include the salutation. It doesn't include it there, but it will go on the email when it is sent out. But you do want to proofread it to make sure it looks exactly like you want it to look. We'll do the recipients one more to make sure that you're sending it out, and a spam analysis. The lower the number, the better the score. It's golf scoring. The higher the number, the more likely it is to be caught by spam filters. And then it'll give you a description of like what exactly is causing that high score. It's a high score because it's like 2 words. So it's likely spam, but as you flesh out the message, it'll be your score will go lower. And then you hit send a message, and it will send your message. It's done loading. You can click here to return to the message list, and then you'll notice here, boop, 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 this is that email. And if I open up my OMEA email, hey, there's that email right away. Look at that. Dear Nicholas, it did that salutation, and there's that email. And if I look over here, this was 0%, and if I hit refresh, now it's 100% open rate. And you can see the statistics on when people opened it. You can see who opened it, and if you included links, you can see which links people clicked on, a lot of cool stuff. Anyway, hope you found this helpful.